Hey everybody, it's Patsy, and I'm going to be doing the reading for those born under the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So, I want to thank everybody for joining me today, and let me bring you these messages. I want to thank my subscribers and welcome my new viewers. And don't forget to subscribe and like and hit the notification button so that you'll know whenever I upload new material or when I go live. So, this cycle, I'm going to be getting cards from the astrology reading cards and the fortune reading cards, okay? The information about the cards that I'm using will be in the description box below. So, Aquarius. The first position in this reading is the planet that will be um, affecting your energy during this time period in regard to circumstances that you are going to be confronting. And the card that came for you, the planet, was Uranus. This talks about a sudden change. It's a tower moment, but more of a spiritual awakening that will be happening. Some type of sudden change or enlightenment that will be affecting you and that you'll have to contend with during this time period. So again, it doesn't have to be anything bad, but it's going to be something that is sudden, and it is going to lead to an enlightenment and a spiritual awakening for you. The second position in this reading is the zodiac sign that you will be emulating or using the energies of, because we all have all the different zodiac signs in our charts. And so for this time period and for this situation, the zodiac sign that is going to be most helpful to you in this time period is Aries. So, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, right? The leader. And this talks about being dynamic and spontaneous and courageous, all right? And it talks about impulsive actions. So, taking the lead, being impulsive, all right, and spontaneous. So again, this is in line with this unexpected sudden occurrence happening, and you are going to be embodying the energies that can contend with such a change, okay? And the house that's going to be affected by these events is the second house. So these are your assets and your finances, all right? The things that you value, your home, your car, your money. So there's going to be some sudden change. Could be positive, could be an increase in your finances and your assets, or it could be, unfortunately, some type of a loss, something that's going to affect your assets going forward, but you're going to respond to it quickly with leadership, with clarity, and I believe by embodying the Aries energies, whatever this is, you'll be able to handle it. So, Aquarius, let's see what the fortune reading cards have to say about this. Oh, somebody just got this. Capricorn, I believe, yeah. A proposal. Well, this is going to be a change. So this is a business proposal, or it could be a romantic proposal. So that would that may entail a sudden change and an enlightenment. So a romantic proposal or a new business opportunity. Excellent. So that is what you may have been thinking about or dealing with in the recent past. So if that resonates for you, then this is going to make sense. In the present, you get snake. So this talks about your intuition, and your healing powers that are going to guide you to a better path. But you have to be careful. And that's falling underneath the Aries, spontaneity, and impulsive action. So this is a warning that you may need to rethink your actions or take your time. Be careful with this because this may have some negative effect on your finances and your assets. So be careful who you propose to, or be careful of this new business venture. All right, take your time. Don't rush into anything. You may not have a choice with this type of energy around you, and you'll be able to handle it. So you're getting forewarned is forearmed, all right? So if this is something that resonates for you, just be aware that you need to use your intuition to guide you in your actions in regards to this situation, okay? So even though you may feel like taking, even though I got a ding, you may feel like taking actions spontaneously, what it's saying is that you need to think about what it is, the actions that you're taking, because the actions that you are taking now may affect you well into the future. And in the future position from the fortune reading cards, you got coffin, a natural ending. So take care of your health. So this is talking about an end to a situation. It could be talking about a transformation. Could be a concern about your health that will be affecting your assets. So maybe there'll be some type of a health concern or some transition that might happen for someone around you, and you may have to react quickly about this. Could have something to do with a romantic partner or business partner, and you're going to have to respond accordingly. The snakes talk about intuition, but snakes also talk about health. So perhaps this is talking about you may find out that you or someone close to you has a diagnosis of something, and it's going to affect you. If the other person is a breadwinner or an additional breadwinner in your home, that may affect your finances if the person falls ill. But snakes are about healing. So maybe you're going to start taking actions to find cures or find doctors, second opinions. So if it's for you or someone around you, you're going to spring into action because you're going to want to take care of your health and take care of this change, this ending. Let's see if we can get some clarifications on this coffin here. Again, coffins like death, talks about transition, but it's something that's natural, but also says to take care of your health. Matter of fact, I should actually look at the definition from the book. Let's do that before we clarify it, just so we can see exactly what we're talking about here. So in regards to a personal relationship or a professional relationship that has proven difficult, it's about to end. You will make a decision about whether to continue with it once and for all. This relationship has probably probably been toxic for a long time, and ending it will be in the best interest of all concerned. So be brave. Okay, so this is dealing with making a decision about ending. So if it's about business, you're having problems with your business partner, or maybe your business, you lose your partner and things change about the business. I think what it's saying is for you to be intelligent about it, look on the bright side of it if you were having problems with this business partner, and take actions to protect your assets. This could be talking about a relationship that is coming to an end, and you're following your intuition that is leading you towards a better relationship, a new path. It's asking you to be careful. There could be some delays in the progress of your business and your career. This could be talking about you trying to find your way out of a sticky situation. Okay, so again, there may be one relationship that may be ending and another relationship that may be beginning. You may feel like you're trapped in a situation and that you have no control, but there's going to be a sudden turn of events that you will be able to handle through the energies of Aries, and you will be able to protect your home and your assets, the things that you value. So pay attention to the events around you during this time period. Let's take a look at, see if we can get some more clarification about this situation here. So it could be, for some of you, that a relationship is ending. A romantic relationship suddenly comes to an end. Someone makes a decision regarding divorce. Someone follows their intuition. But it's an ending that is needed in any case, whether it's business or in a romance. It's something that is needed. Oh, okay. Right, so we have Nine of Cups. This is about wishes being fulfilled. So again, this is a situation that you may have, Ashe, manifested yourself. This may have been a secret wish of yours, all right, that is being brought true. Then we have number 13, again, is death. And that falls on top of snake. So yeah, there's something that you have been looking forward to ending. A relationship or a partnership, a business partnership that you have been looking forward to ending. And now, look at the fire that's coming out of this horse's eye as he's looking here. So to me, this is saying that you are taking action, looking this situation in a straightforward, sober, intelligent, unemotional manner. And the last card is the Four of Cups, this side. So this is about throwing in the towel, leaving a situation, making the decision to take an opportunity to change your circumstances. These cups are all laid down. All four of them are on the ground, empty, and there's a ship that has sailed. So again, something definitely is coming to an end, but it's something that you had been looking forward to. So in terms of a relationship, listen, for some people, if you know someone is ill and they've been suffering, you may want them to not be in pain anymore. And so that may be what happens, and you take charge and make a decision that is in keeping with your partner's wishes. Okay? For some of you, if this is about a transition of a loved one, this may be something that you all have discussed, or something that you know the way your partner would want it handled, or they're asking you to handle this in a certain way, and you are going to be supportive of their choice and stand up for what it is that they want, for some of you. Okay, so this talks about something maybe ending, and for you to release what no longer serves you and make way for something or someone new. This reminds us that everything comes to an end, and that death comes to everyone and everything. So, and those who try to evade death always fail. So, this is about being realistic and not to be fearful. This card rarely talks about an impending death, but based on what other cards are here, Aquarius, it's a possibility. I'm just reading the cards. Please don't be mad at me, and not trying to trigger anyone, but you're getting a forewarning to prepare yourself for this sudden event, and you may have to take charge of the situation. This Nine of Cups talks about the universe giving you what you wanted. It says don't be afraid to wish for the stars, and the universe acting in your favor. So this Uranus moment, this sudden change, this enlightenment, whatever this is, it is for your best, for your good. Even though it may not seem like it at first, whatever this change is, whatever this loss is, whatever relationship is ending, it is the universe working things out for your greater good. And the Four of Cups. This talks about not dwelling on missed opportunities, being open to new offers, and not allowing your hurt feelings to blind you from new opportunities. This can talk about depression, a depression that may be difficult to shake off, and being ready to accept a new cup of happiness. So, whatever this is, whatever happened, whatever this loss is, whatever this shakeup is, that's going to affect the things that you value, as unexpected as it may be, it is something that is in your greater good. And it may be sudden, but you are going to be able to step up to the plate, take charge of the situation, and handle it. Be careful, follow your intuition, but this is only the end of one situation, and the potential for the beginning of something that's going to make you even happier. All right, so that's the messages that I'm getting off of that based on the cards and the way that they fell. I'm only the messenger. All right, so let's take a look at the Romance Angel Oracle deck for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus and Jupiter for the time period between now and the end of June. Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius, please. Can we get some reassurance for Aquarius? Something that Aquarius needs to know about events that may or may not have anything to do with this situation. But let's take a look at the things for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. That's messages for Aquarius. Anything romance angels want to tell us? Aquarius. All right. Okay. Let's see what we can get from the ancestors, angels and ancestors deck. Maybe they have something to say. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the time period between now and the end of June. What advice is there? Oh my, that's 20. Let's, just 3 cards, please. There, some messages for Aquarius in regards to these events. Okay. All right. So the first card that you've gotten here is the Mirror Guardian. She talks about taking time to reflect. So whatever these events are, this is going to call for you to do some deep introspection, to look inside of yourself. Okay? And take time to reflect on what is happening, what has happened. And again, be careful with your actions in regards to this matter. Okay, thank you. The bottom of the deck is Sage, being devoted and committed. So as I said, you are being your partner's advocate if this is a health-related situation, or you were your partner's advocate if this has already happened. The second card that came up for you from the Angels and Ancestors deck is the White Witch. Be the light. Again, being the leader, taking the lead, all right? Tapping into your wisdom, all right? Tapping into your traditions, lessons from your ancestors. She's got a butterfly in her hair, so something that's going to be a change, a new beginning, but acting from a place of tradition, wisdom, strength, leadership. And the last card, the Wise One. Grow within your current situation. So whatever the situation is that is going to give you a chance to start all over again, maybe it's going to call for you to have to move or to be open to new possibilities and growth. So Uranus and Aries are working together to bring this transformation to your life and this growth. This is an opportunity for change and growth. Let's take a look at the White Witch and then the Wise One, okay? Well, You might as well look at the mirror guardian too, because I'm sure this has maybe affected some of you. So we need to get as much information as we can, right? It talks about reflecting and recognizing your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are, even when you're going through challenging times. You're still being held in the highest esteem. The mirror guardian is a female angel looking into the mirror of life. She invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as the angels do. So angels have confidence in you. They know that you can handle this situation. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within. And the mirror guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take time to see where you are going right now. You're a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and has expanded in so many ways. And your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges that you have surmounted, the strengths that you have developed, and the lessons that you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval wherever it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to do so as well. So this is a situation, maybe at this time, that you're taking charge, having confidence, like I said, reflecting back on your traditions, maybe healing practices that you know of, and stepping up to the plate, and other people are going to be impressed by your strength and your ability to be strong in this situation. You will be applauded for the way you handle the situation. So let's look at the White Witch. The White Witch. Page 86. 14. 5. So it's change. This is change. All right. Taking the high road. Choosing to be in the light. Removing yourself from lower energy experiences. The White Witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Here she's joined by a horned owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has, but she's also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. With this card, you are being reminded of the goodness within you. So if there are decisions that have to be made, you are going to take everything into account, but you are also going to honor your own inner guidance. No matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choice is not to be pulled into dramas or bickering or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or anyone else, or you're in a negative situation, perhaps at your workplace, you're invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that's being picked on? Or are you the one who's guilty of causing drama? You know the answers. Know also that you are being encouraged to shine the light that you were born to share. So this situation is going to call for you to step up to the plate. Be honest with yourself. Are you the person that's creating the drama around the situation? Or are you the light? And if you are the person that has been creating the drama, you can change that at any moment. Spontaneous change, spontaneous actions. Sometimes trying situations bring out the best in people, and they get a chance to display the strength that they may not have even known that they had inside, but that other people around them weren't aware of either. So this is going to be a time for you to shine as you bring the light and the love into whatever these circumstances are. This transition could have happened previously because, again, this is in the recent past. All right, so this could have been a transition, and all of the traditions, homecoming, celebrations, all of that has already passed, and now you have to deal with the aftermath. So this may not be predicting anything. This might just be saying that you have had a recent upheaval in your environment and that you are presently being a leader. Okay, you're leading your family, your loved ones. If it has to do with a business, maybe you are um, leading your business or taking charge of your area, being called to step in for someone who is out sick, like a supervisor or something like that, or someone who quit. But you are going to make sure that people are not acting out of character and creating more drama than necessary, that they're not picking on anybody or attacking anyone or making someone the scapegoat and blaming someone for whatever the situation is. You're being told that it's going to be your job, and it should be your job, to protect that person who's being attacked, to protect yourself, and to be reflective and be intuitive and use your gifts to guide yourself and others down a better path. But again, you're being advised to be careful because sometimes people get real ugly after the loss because now they're talking about money. And that sometimes presents, people show themselves to be what you would never have expected them to be. And I know that myself. I saw that with my own two eyes, and it really affected me very strongly. Years ago, and my pastor passed away. And when I saw how his family, not the members of the church, but I was really close to his family, so I got like an inside view behind the scenes. It was quite ugly, quite ugly. It was a real turnoff, and it was it helped lead me away from going to church every Sunday. Like I was really dedicated, and I mean I was in church on Sunday all day because Church of God in Christ is where I used to go. Pentecostal church. I still belong to Church of God in Christ, but Church of God in Christ stays all day. You can go to church service starting at 10 o'clock, and we have gotten out of church like 11 o'clock at night on occasion. But you could pretty much count on being there until 8 or 9 because it was the morning service, and then we would eat together. Some of the sisters would be take turns. Different committees would take turns in the kitchen, so they would prepare dinner because we knew that our pastor was going to preach all the way from morning till dinner time. So they would be in the kitchen cooking. We would all sit down like a family and have dinner together, and afterwards they would have Young People's Willing Worship, YPWW, where the teenagers and the young people would have their service and, choir rehearsal and all of that. And then after that, we'd have the evening service. Sometimes we have guest speakers come in or evangelists come in and things like that. It was fun to me. I loved it. And I would be there Sunday and then Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday. I spent my time at church. And for years, from the time I was like 11 years old, and it was the church that I chose to go to, not any church that my mother or anybody or my father forced me to go to. They were quite shocked about it because they just my mother was Episcopal, that's like Catholic light, right? Your church starts at a certain time, an hour later it's over. That's it. I mean, she's gotten, she's a Baptist now, but that's the same idea. They have a certain time church service, in and out. There's none of this, they have activities and stuff, but I'm talking about my pastor was preaching from morning until night sometimes. And he wasn't only preaching, he was teaching. I loved that man. He was such a wonderful role model and brave. And was fighting sickle cell anemia all that time also. I was reading yesterday today, found a cure for sickle cell with stem cells. That was amazing. And unfortunately, I have a friend that passed away about a month or two ago, and she had been fighting sickle cell all her life also. Young woman, Davina. I love her. And she lost her battle, but she was an advocate for sickle cell. She was very active in the organizations. And some little girl, some young lady yesterday, was cured by stem cells. So thank God for that progress. But he dealt with that a long time. And finally, he did pass away. He was still young. And we were all devastated. But it got quite ugly behind the scenes. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. And it was shocking, from his own mother to his wife and his children and his stepchildren. And it was just like, wow, really? It was amazing. It was an eye-opening experience, but it was sad. It didn't stop me right away, but there was another incident after that that was like, you know what? God is everywhere, and I know He is with me, so I don't need to be involved with this. I see how this goes, and I didn't like the hypocrisy, but that didn't change my belief in a supreme being, creator of God, and the lessons that I had been taught by Pastor Conley, Elder William, Elder William Conley, and like I said, he was a great guy, wonderful person, a father figure, and I learned a lot from him. And I learned a lot after he passed away about hypocrisy. But that's my experience. But again, I'll go to church. I go to church every now and then when I feel like it, but not on no regular. I have a membership. My children were both christened in church. My grandbabies were actually christened in the Church of God in Christ because their other grandparents also belong to the Church of God in Christ. I didn't know them, but once we got to know each other, found out that they belonged to the same church too. So hey, good, right? Because I resonate with it, the doctrines somewhat, but they wouldn't go for this. That's totally out. But I even spoke about this with Elder Conley, and talked about burning candles and praying and that kind of stuff. And he was just so sweet and so open, and there was no shame in it. And he didn't say it was paganism or idol worship. He didn't say it was evil or anything like that. He was just like, it's another path. It's how whatever makes you comfortable, because it's about your own personal relationship with the Lord. So I feel no condemnation from any of them, but I respect them, and I'm not going to flaunt it in their face, but if they need a reading, and believe me, some of them do come and get readings on the low low, I do it. No big deal, because that's my job. That's what I'm called to do, you know? Anyway, that was just a rant. The wise one represents the wisest aspect of the goddesses, the crone. So you have the white witch and the wise one here. In paganism and in modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess because she has been through many of life's challenges and has overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you're being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion even within the current situation. Be committed to your task and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and to experience unreliability. And that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. And that is falling on top of your second house, which is your assets and the things that you value. Coffin, something coming to an end that's going to take you on a new path. And the Four of Cups talks about starting all over again, leaving things behind and moving on to new adventures and new projects and growth within your current situation. So, wisdom of the elders, respect for traditions, being open to the advice of others, but taking swift action and being a leader for your family, friends, your partners, your business partners. So, again, you're going to be called on to be a leader and to remain calm and grow. You have the opportunity to forgive. Is that a koala bear? Yeah, well, two of them. The situation brings you the opportunity to heal, to grow, and to release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and happiness. So again, this situation may have been something that was toxic, that wasn't in your greater good. And for whatever reason, you remained in it and it had to come to an end. Could be divorce, doesn't have to be death. But whatever this is giving you an opportunity to grow. Listen. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen so that our gentle reassurance, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has already been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. So just pay attention to what's happening. Again, the White Witch is paying attention to the traditions and the advice of experts and elders. So again, you're being reiterated. Listen to what's being said. Also listen for messages from your ancestors. Pay attention to your intuition. Work on forgiveness, whatever the situation is. And understand that at some point, the universe decided to step in. Maybe because this was a relationship that that was toxic. Neither person really wanted to remove themselves from it, but for whatever reason, they remained within it, and it caused a lot of strain and heartache. And so the universe said, enough. And they brought it to an end. Oof. We have family. The situation is rooted in an emotional experience with family members, which we can help you to understand and to heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. Yourself and your family to feel peace. And this extra card came. Focus on service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. The stream continuously feeds you everything you need. So put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. Again, listening, being open, taking advice from your elders and experts and other concerned people, but taking the lead in the situation because that's who you are. You welcome the opportunity to be helpful and to serve and to be the leader. So this is calling on you to do that as you go through this time period. So, Aquarius, that is your message. For those of you that this resonated with, you have been given advice on how to, take care of the situation. So, please let us know what this is. Make comments below if it happens within the next, whenever it happens. Whenever you're drawn to this message, whatever causes you to recall this advice, give the rest of us some insight, some enlightenment. Give us some leadership on how it happened and how you handled the situation. I know you're going to do it wonderfully because you're embodying this Aries energy, this dynamic, spring into action. You'll be able to handle it, Aquarius. I know you will. So, I'll look forward to speaking to you soon and seeing you guys. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification button so you know when I upload new material. All right, so thank you very much, Aquarius. I love you guys. All right, and be well. Namaste. Peace. Ashe.